Okay, well, turned down a used starter for this thing to replace the new one that I took off of it. Should bolt right up. Oops. Oh shit, I think this is hurting too bad. Today was not everything that yesterday was, or today was everything yesterday wasn't. Whichever way you want to look at it. Yesterday I kicked ass all day long. Today I've been fucking hammered all day long. I don't want you to get away from me. I might just let it stay away. The starter I'm putting on is off of a smaller motor, but it's just as heavy. It's not a little different. It actually seems better in many ways, so we'll see. Is it even going to work? This part's weird. I don't know. We'll have to find out. this edge of the ground from here, it's a whole lot easier than messing with all those wires up there. Hello, rock roll. There you go. There you go. We'll get you at home. We'll get you at home. In the meantime. There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay. Good girl, be nice to your sister, okay? That was ridiculous. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh. 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 That's so sweet. Okay. There we go. See how I did about $20. Hmm. Right. So now I'm waiting to see if the battery in the rider will charge. It did not charge. I tried it a couple times with the turbocharger, the maintainer. But I went ahead and added some water. It didn't look like it was that low, but it actually held more water than it looked like it's going to. And at least while I watched the charger working, it was doing something. So we'll go back and see if that's still doing something. But hopefully this thing's just low on gas. Because it's running like crap. Oh man. It will leak if it's too high, so that's unfortunate. Oh. issues that tractor has, but I'm not sure what that tractor's problem is. It should smooth out. It should be running better than that, but whatever. It's able to get some work done. So, all right, that's the Johnny Bucket Junior setup in action a little bit. It was not the right tool for this job. I mean, you could obviously it's getting something done. I'll show you what I did, but this is too loose. It's just really hard to move up, so it's just too tedious. But with the FF20 and the blade, I can fix it. So what I did is I was putting some dirt or some gravel into this trench so I can smooth it out, and I brought most of it up here because then I can dig this out again and have some closer. So getting a head start on this groove can help a lot, but mostly I need that blade to start dragging some stuff up. It's a pain in the butt. So much of it has washed down. This is incredible several rounds of storms. It's been a few years, so we had that kind of rain coming through. But this place won't fully flood. I have to watch out so I don't get water in the house through that door. I gotta make sure the drain that's down there stays operational. Doesn't get clogged up. So I need to revisit the drawing board for that, figure out maybe something more practical. I don't know what are you eating then? That's kind of scary. Sketchy. Yuck. What the heck? What are you eating? Yuck. Oh God, you're disgusting. Holy shit. Looks like it's a shit-eating dog. Ugh. Okay then, well we didn't see that. Alright. I did this mowing with the Honda and manually moved the rocks around, the stepping stones and stuff. Because I gotta have some spaces to start putting stuff, scrap metal pile, junk pile, stuff that can sit outside that needs sold or just out of the way pile kind of thing to prepare to get out of here. And like if I sold that Johnny Bucket Jr., then as far as just financially, we don't have to give up. I get this tractor going. If I were to pick up a couple lawn jobs, I mean, that would be game changing for us. But it still leaves me in the position that I really do have something going on. So it's not getting better. It goes away some, but honestly, I think I'm supposed to be like avoiding heat even if it's gone away. And if that's the case, that can't happen here. I got a lot of catching up to do. I got to do it all by my damn self, so that's not going to happen. If I was healthy, as I kind of demonstrated yesterday, I can go all day long, just get it done. I can recover this place fast. Let's see if we're getting anywhere with the mower. 52-inch deck. I think I have a spare 50 deck. That's good. I think. Oh, I've got like 3 decks I could use with this tractor. I don't need them, but anyways, let's see what we're looking at. All right. Lowest reading is 9.3. When it started off, it was 8 point something. So I do believe adding the distilled water to the battery is going to recover it. Let's see. Do we get anything out of it? I heard that's the slightest click, but I mean, all right. And then how bad did I set it back? 10.1. Ah. Well, I didn't set it back. I think I might recover that. That'd be awesome. If not, I'll pick up a new battery, I guess. But I really probably only have to mow this place once. So The tires will stay up long enough to mow. Good enough. I already have tubes for the tires. I just haven't messed with it. All right. And there was a consequence to my trail ride. It wasn't the trail ride, it was the driveway. And it may or may not have been when I drove up it crazy because it was ruts and stuff, but it's got sidewall damage. So I need to buy a tire to be able to drive this again. And I'm not going to do that if it's under my name unless I get to a point that I could go up over dash again. But I don't know. I got to get stuff moving. So if we're selling stuff, I shouldn't have to grub hub or dash. I mean, I will if I can and stuff like that, but it just depends on what I'm getting done, what I need to get done, stuff like that. So, but it was a full-fledged effort to slowly slip back. Like literally to catch a break, it could have probably worked out, but there's no breaks to catch. So, all right, now look, if you cleared out the woods, you'd have a sweeping view. You'd have a kind of a little bit of a valley going down, and then you would see a hill in the distance. Or you could do that and have a view here, but just imagine if somebody does something at the top of that hill and you've wiped out all your trees, then you're the entertainment for somebody that's got an overlook. I have no idea what ties into that hill, if anything does, But anyways, I clear conservatively myself. That's the way I see it. But it is cool to know, like this could be a pretty cool view as well. On the right angle, you can appreciate it because of the trail. Anyways, all right, enough of that though. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up, and I am zonked. I got some more stuff to drag in from the truck. I gotta give Bruce his pen back in the house. He wants in the house. Cannot be in there without his pen. How to use it for the puppies. Trying to get rid of them today. And no dice there. We'll have to definitely do the shelter, but I gotta get rid of them because I'm having to tear up my driveway to get it. I mean, like drive fast up the driveway to get away from them so they don't get ate by the pit bull across the street. They're going all the way up there. All right, guys, have a good one. Thanks for watching.